Hello and welcome as you join me on my winter break to Calpe, just north of Benidorm on the Costa Blanca. During my week away, I stayed at the 3-star AR Roca Esmerelda hotel, which is located at the north end of the Playa de la Fossa area. This was booked as a package holiday through Jet2 Holidays. Most of the facilities in the hotel are located around this central atrium area, and that includes the bars, restaurants and pools. I was allocated a twin room on the 4th floor, number 402, and this is the living area with a small seating area and the 2 beds. There's also an area with a fridge and wardrobes, and behind the shutter is a kitchenette which is not in use. The ensuite bathroom in the hotel is fairly typical of Spanish hotels, with a vanity unit and a sink, an immaculately clean toilet and bidet area, and a shower over the bath. If the towels were left on the side of the bath, cleaning staff would change them every day. There's also a balcony overlooking the front of the property and the pools. Overall, the Roca Esmerelda met all of my needs and was indeed a very clean hotel. However, some people may argue that the hotel is in need of some refurbishment over the next few years. While the hotel is some distance away from the main town centre of Calpe, it does have 2 large supermarkets nearby and is just a stone's throw from the beach at the front of the property. Calpe is set around 2 separate bays divided by a large rock known as the Peñón de Ifach. This rock is a small nature reserve which is home to many species of birds. The Peñón will become a very familiar sight when holidaying in Calpe. You can walk to the main town via the Promenade, which takes between 45 minutes and an hour, and it will take you past a wide array of bars, restaurants and shops, giving you ample chance to stop and take in the views of the area. While walking towards the town, you'll come along a stretch of the coast that has not been developed and looks like an archaeological dig. These are the remains of a Roman spa, the Baños de la Reina, or the Queen's Baths. These also stretch down towards the sea, as shown in this clip. Just before going into the main town, I recommend a quick stop by the Hotel Suitopia and a trip to the skybar on the 29th floor for some unparalleled views of the area. You don't need to be staying in the hotel, but drinks are on the pricier side. Calpe's Old Town is well worth a visit. Walking down the charming narrow streets into small squares is very enjoyable, as is sitting down having a beer and some tapas, just taking in that atmosphere. The Old Town is at the top of Calpe Town, so if you don't fancy that walk, appropriate bus stops are shown on screen. I'll talk about the buses a little later on. The main shopping area of Calpe is centred around Gabriel Miró Avenue, and it's got a variety of independent shops that will cover most people's needs. From there you can head back down the hill towards the sea, where you'll arrive at Plaza Colón and its nearby fountain. You can sit at one of the small cafes and just watch the world go by with a coffee. Cafeteria Arenal is highly recommended. I travelled in early December, which is out of season. At this point of the year, around 40 to 50% of the bars and restaurants have closed their doors for a well-earned rest. That said, I had no issues in finding places to eat and drink, with the famous Menú del Días offering superb value for money. Getting around Calpe is easy by bus. There are 3 local services, all run by the local operator Autobuses IFACH. Unless you're travelling to Teolada or Moraira, you'll only need to concentrate on the L1 or L2 lines. Both the L1 and L2 take similar routes, terminating at the tram station. The main difference is that the L2 bus will take a slightly different route through the town to the L1, so just keep an eye out for that. Fares are €1.50 per journey, payable in cash only to the driver. However, at the time of filming there was an offer on where for €9 you could get a Bonobus card where that bought you 10 journeys, so only 90 cents a journey. Bus stops are dotted around the town and have timetables posted. You can also download the timetable from the Autobuses IFACH website, and there is a stop directly outside the Hotel Esmerelda where I was staying. When arriving at the tram station, I advise you to stay seated on the bus as it does need to turn around and reverse into the bus stop as shown in this clip. Buses are timetabled to coincide with tram arrivals, so you'll rarely be waiting more than 15 minutes to continue your journey. From Calpe, you can head either towards Denia or towards Benidorm, where you can then change to continue on towards Alicante. The station is quite high up from Calpe, and the terrace offers a commanding view over the Peñón de IFACH. There are toilets at the station, but no ticketing facilities. Modern diesel trains operate the route between Denia and Benidorm. You buy your tickets on board the tram using one of the vending machines provided. At least one machine will take cash, whereas others will only take card. Do be aware that in addition to your destination station, you'll also need to select your originating station, which does have a habit of catching people out. As you can see, the trams offer comfy seating throughout. At the time of travelling, a return ticket to Denia was €2.50. Denia is at the end of the line and boasts an impressive terminus station. Just inside the station is an excellent cafe that offers a good value Menú del Día, along with a wide selection of authentic Spanish tapas. Denia appears to be very much a harbour town, with a long promenade along its seafront. This is a pleasant walk, only mildly spoilt by the very busy road right next to it. The town also hosts an impressive Moorish castle, which is definitely worth a closer look. Why not take some time to relax and people watch at a cafe in one of the many squares you'll encounter when exploring this charming town. Unfortunately, my time here was limited, so I'll have to return again another time. And finally, back in Calpe, I decided to go and have a look at the Christmas lights. Thanks for watching everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe. Bye for now.